If you've been looking into saunas for any amount of time, you've probably come across both infrared and traditional saunas. And maybe you've been wondering what the actual difference is. This video is for you. My name is Anton, I'm a Finnish guy and I'm also a sauna expert. And I've helped thousands of people build saunas that actually perform as they should. And today we're going to look into two major ones out there, traditional and infrared saunas. They work completely differently, feel completely different, and also suit different people for different reasons. A lot of people buy one thinking it's the same as the other, and that's where the confusion starts. How they actually work. A traditional sauna heats the air around you. You have a heater loaded with stones that gets the room up to high temperatures. You sit in the hot air, your body responds to that heat, and you sweat. That's the mechanism. An infrared sauna works completely differently. The panels on the walls emit infrared light, which is absorbed directly by your body, not the air in the cabin. The room itself doesn't get nearly as hot, but your body is being heated from the inside out, so to speak. Same outcome in terms of sweating and heat exposure, completely different method of getting there though. The temperature difference. This is probably the most noticeable thing when you step into each one for the first time. A traditional Finnish sauna runs anywhere from 170 to 230 Fahrenheit. It's intense, the air is hot, and if you throw water on the stones, which is the whole point, that steam heats you and makes the heat feel even more present. That experience is called löyly, and it's what Finnish sauna culture is actually built around. An infrared sauna, on the other hand, runs typically between 120 and 150 Fahrenheit. That's a big difference on paper, and it feels like a big difference too when you're in there. The heat is gentler, more of a slow, warm soak than an intense environment, I could say. A lot of people find it more comfortable, especially if they're new to the whole heat therapy thing, and if they don't love the feeling of being at a very high temperature. Neither is wrong. They just feel genuinely different experiences. And knowing that going in helps you choose what suits you best. Why infrared took off in the US. If you look at the sauna market in North America over the last 15 years, infrared grew fast, and the biggest reason for that is simply how easy it is to install. A lot of infrared units run a standard 120 volt outlet, the same plug as a lamp or a phone charger, for example. And some of the larger ones you do need a 240 volt circuit, but even then the electrical requirements are modest compared to any traditional heaters. You can put one infrared sauna in a spare bedroom, a basement corner, or even a large bathroom. No construction, no ventilation system, no major electrical works. Plug it in and you're basically done. A traditional sauna is a different kind of project. You'll need a proper room with insulated walls, a vapor barrier, ventilation, drain, a dedicated electrical circuit with the right amperage. It is definitely, very doable, but it just takes a bit more planning than just popping something into its space. For a lot of Americans who want the health benefits of regular sauna without using a renovation project, infrared is just the easier path. That's not a knock on it, it's just a real advantage. What you don't get with infrared. This isn't about saying that infrared is inferior, but there are things that simply don't exist in an infrared sauna. And it's worth knowing that before getting in there. There are no stones, there is no löyly. You can't throw water and you don't get any wave of steam. The ritual of it, ladling water onto the hot stones, watching the steam rise, feeling the heat shift, that entire part of the Finnish sauna experience just doesn't simply exist in an infrared cabin. It's just not what the product is. If the ritual is something you're drawn to, infrared won't scratch that itch. If what you're after is heat exposure, sweating, and the health benefits that come with regular use, infrared gets you there perfectly well. The two aren't competing, they're just a lot different. Here's a framing that I think makes the most sense. A great spa doesn't have one or the other, it has both. Because they serve different moods, different moments, and different people. Infrared is approachable, gentle, quickly to heat up, usually ready in 15-20 minutes sort of thing. Traditional heaters take longer, runs hotter, and it gives you that full finished experience with steam and the high heat. Some days you want one, some days you want the other. They complement each other. Calling one a replacement for the other is like saying a pool replaces a hot tub. They're just different things. So, which one should you get? If you want something easy to install, lower cost to set up, and gentler on your body, infrared is a great starting point. If you want a traditional Finnish sauna experience, high heat, löyly, the real thing, then you're looking at building a proper sauna room with a traditional heater. I do want to mention that I always hear people going from infrared to traditional saunas, but never the other way around. Probably due to the hotter heat in the traditional saunas, I would say. But this is just something to keep in mind as you go through which one is exactly for you. And if you have the space and budget for both eventually, that's never a bad situation to be in. If you want to go deeper on what goes into building a traditional sauna, heater, sizing, bench layout, we have full videos on all of that on this channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching. See ya.